What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Minorities Podcast. Chance for us to all get together and talk shit about our favorite teams, sports-wise, whatever. Mostly the NFL, and that's why we're getting together today, too. I'm JC, your resident Titans fan, and also shouting out the Southern University Jaguars. 2-0 in the SWAC Conference Championship. My niece Roxy plays there. Good luck. You guys are killing it. Pulled off a couple upsets in the tournament already. Hoping you guys can bring this championship home. I'm joined by our Giants fan, Nori.
What's up, everybody?
And our 49ers fan, Chicken Wing.
Old standard, baby. All day.
And he should be here, but he might have fallen asleep on us. And that's pretty normal for him. Rob is our Tampa Bay Bucs fan, the trifecta. Either he's watching the Lakers championship ceremony, he fell asleep on us, or he might just pop in randomly while we're in the middle of this and realize, hey, we're doing a show. So
Dodgers, Lakers, and Bucks all won last year. He's not even going to show up. Like, why bother?
he's done. He's done, right?
He'll wake up. He'll wake up when one of them wins again. He's disgusting. I hate him.
Well, as I mentioned at the start, earlier today, whether you found out about the schedule through internet leaks, whether you found out when the schedule was officially released at 7 o'clock Central Time, the NFL schedule for 2021 is out. The first time that is a 17-game schedule, 18-week season. So everything playoff-wise is get pushed back a week. It's going to be real weird. Only 3 preseason games per team. 4, I think, for the Cowboys and Steelers, because they're playing the Hall of Fame game, if I'm not mistaken. But still, it's the time of year when everybody has hope. Up until that Week 1 game, right? That's kind of how the NFL season works.
Week 2 last year, we lost our season.
We all believe until week 5, usually. Yeah.
That's usually how it goes. So,
Yeah.
We lost both at week 2. We were done.
all right.
That's it. GG's.
Well, we're mostly going to be talking about our favorite teams here. We'll talk a bit about the primetime schedule as well, because there's some interesting games there as well for that. Let's go ahead and get started with the New York Giants. Their actually whole schedule leaked along with the Patriots and Jets and I think the Saints earlier today. So, Nora, you've had plenty of time to look at the full Giants schedule. Do you want to break it out week by week? Tell me what you think. What do you like about it? What you dislike? Take it away, man. Let's talk about your Giants.
To tell old white billionaires how to make money, but you really fucked up by not having Giants and Philly week 1. They shafted us week 17,
Uh-huh.
right? They decided to tank, and you'll never. You steal the one wide receiver we wanted, Devonta Smith, and trade up like dicks. Then, like, they're just Philly. They're just the worst fans in the entire world, and we wanted to beat their ass week 1. And how do you not have that as a Sunday night game or even a 4:30 game?
I'll tell you why, and this might
Tell
make
us
sense
why.
to you. I'll tell you why. 20 years ago was 9/11. The day before 9/11 happened, the Giants were actually playing Monday night in Denver. That's I think they're kind of the anniversary of it. That's why they scheduled you guys against Denver to open the season at home. So that might be the reason why they're doing it, because this is the day after 9/11. That's potentially the only reason I could see why. But yes, from a storyline standpoint, as much as they were covering storylines, that would have been a hell of a story to open the season with. So
No. We're just tired of seeing the Giants versus the Cowboys week 1. That's the reason why. We're just tired
That
of seeing
too.
that
Yeah.
shit.
That too. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
very tired of that. I agree. I'm very, very tired of that. Dallas fans are tired of it. Giants fans are tired of it. It's football's only 6 months. We want to be excited. So, all right, we're gonna go over the schedule. Let's go over the schedule.
go
So,
for it.
I know Denver now is very liberal with all their weed. So I really hope they're really getting high for that game because they're gonna get wrecked. Um, let's see here. Maybe that'll ease the pain because I fully expect to win for that game. Um, Washington, I expect to beat too. I think the last 2 meetings with Washington were close, but we also did all this on a pretty shitty offense. Our offense is almost brand new. We have Barkley coming back, so um, I might be a homer on a lot of these picks, but with our defense getting even better and our offense looking like night and day, barring any major injuries, I think we win a lot of these games. So I think we beat Washington. I think we beat Atlanta. They're kind of They're aging. Their offense is going to be crazy, but there's only one football to go around. So Pitts is going to be cool. It's going to be cool covering him, but I'm hoping he'll have rookie nerves still, and we can take advantage of that. We have New Orleans with no Drew Brees. I'm not worried about that at all. They'll be good, but I'm not worried about them. Dallas, I'm more than confident we could beat Dallas. They didn't do enough to address their defense. Micah Parsons was an excellent pick in the first round for them. That was shockingly a very good Dallas pick, but I'm not worried about them. I honestly think our first loss comes against the Rams.
At
They're
home.
very, very, yeah, I think they're a very, very complete team. I think Stafford makes them that good. Um, I don't think Stafford ever, well, I don't think, minus Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders, I don't think anybody has been able to make a career out of the black hole that is the Detroit Lions. So, um, I expect the Rams to be very, very good. I don't think we'll beat them, but I hope we do, but I don't think we will. Um, we have Carolina. I expect to beat them. They'll be better, but I expect to beat them too. Kansas City, by some miracle, I'd love to beat them. I don't think we're beating that team. They're still to me the gold standard in football. I don't care if the Bucs won the title. Still think Kansas City, fully healthy, um, can go back to the Super Bowl, win it next year. The Raiders will be tough. I think we could beat them. Tampa Bay, as much as I dislike that team, I don't see us beating them, especially with by some black magic. They've kept almost all their returning players on cheap contracts, which is crazy. Um, and they're not the same team we played last year at the time we played them. Their chemistry is off the hook. They could have drafted a punter in the first round, and they still, you know, them in Kansas City, I think are the teams to beat. So I don't know. I think we'll be a lot better next year. I don't know if we'll be at that level to beat them.
Do you still feel that
Um,
way knowing that game's coming off a bye and on a Monday night for you guys? So you basically get like an extra week and a day to
yeah,
prepare, you know?
yeah. I mean, again, I think we'll keep it. Maybe we can keep it close like we did last year. Last year we kept it really close.
Mhm.
Um,
They
but
don't have Eli, man. That's why. If they had
exactly.
Eli, this would be a completely different
You're gonna have
conversation.
Saquon back though, you know? I
No,
We
mean,
have we
they
have
don't have
Saquon back.
Eli. Okay,
I
if it
mean, we
wasn't
have
for
almost
Eli, that man would have had 10 Super Bowl rings. Okay,
we,
9, 10. Thank you.
we have almost completely new offense. Our offensive line should be holding just enough where teams can't blitz us anymore. So it's going to kind of hide our offensive deficiencies to where we're going to have so many weapons on offense. I think that was the Giants' strategy is to hide the deficiency of the offensive line.
Mhm.
So we don't, it's not just, oh, Saquon Barkley's out. Everybody throw 8,000 people in and stack the box. You can't really do that with Kenny Galladay, um, with Corey, our new wide receiver, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton. You can't do that against this team anymore. So again, this is on paper. If Evan Ingram can hopefully catch a fucking pass that matters, um, I mean, I don't know. That offense looks like on paper could beat anybody, but we'll see. Philly, I can't wait for this game. Oh, I cannot wait for this game. I'm salivating at this game. Um, I really hope we break some kind of NFL record and beat them 99-0, and completely cripple them if we can, because they're all terrible people. Miami, I fully 100% expect to lose. That team is crazy good last year. Um, I forgot the wide receiver they drafted in the first round. They've been hitting the draft picks. They're very un-Miami like the last 2 years, but they've been hitting all the draft picks, and I expect that team to be really, really good next year. I'd like to beat them. I don't think we will. The Chargers should be a bye week. Um, I don't even know who's throwing the ball on that team.
Mhm.
At Dallas, no, this will
In
be
a
home.
year?
No, that one's home.
No, this is home. Yeah, week 15 is home. I think we go 1-1 in Dallas. I think we take Dallas, and I think they take us, but I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope we sweep them. Philly, I expect to sweep. Um, Again, they're just not at anybody's level right now. They're not a good team. Chicago, yeah, I don't unless this quarterback is absolutely amazing, which I don't see. We should be able to beat them. They barely beat us last year with a Trubisky, and again, our team was just completely different. And Washington, I expect to sweep them. And I don't care if this is bold. I expect to win our division.
I think the NFC East is pretty wide open this season. With
Yeah.
the way it was last year, I mean, it was pretty wide open last season, and the division champ was 7-9. And the fact that you're getting Saquon back is going to help a lot. Uh, I wish Rob was here because this would be another quote minority matchup that you guys had a little rematch of last season,
No.
and on a Monday night again, no less. I want to say, okay, your first division game obviously is a Thursday, the first Thursday night game of the year, barring the kickoff game, obviously, but the first one on NFL Network and whatnot, and it is a division game. Um, and I'm interested to see after the bye week, 1, 2, 3, 4 of your 6 division games are post bye week. Do you think that's a good or a bad thing for your team?
I think it's good because I think we're going to be the only team playing with real urgency. I absolutely think Dallas got better. I just don't think that there's two major problems they have. Their defense, which if they play a lot better, then hey, cool, right? On paper, they probably should win that division because their offense is going to be insane. Dak was doing amazing last year. He was on pace to break all kinds of NFL records before he got hurt, and I don't wish anybody to get hurt. You know what I mean? Unless you play for Philly, I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
So they weren't pace to, set records. With that being said, they can't stop the ball. So I also think Mike McCarthy is a dinosaur of a coach. He doesn't understand the modern offenses, and I think with another coach, Dallas would have won that division last year even with those injuries. I think he's just bad. So I don't think Dallas will be in the running, but I could be wrong. But
I mean,
I don't see it.
the first big test for them obviously is going to be to open the season. They are opening the Thursday night in Tampa. Tampa's going to raise the banner, get the rings, all that, and Dallas will be there. It's Dak Prescott versus Tom Brady. That's going to be the true test. So we'll see how Prescott looks coming out of that.
Coming out 0-1, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you're going up against one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL, and the difference is that Tampa Bay knows how to stop the ball.
Yeah,
I don't expect
Dallas to win. The question is, are they going to put up a fight? Are they going to?
Nope.
They won't.
Yeah,
Nope.
Quickly on Tampa Bay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Your sound's kind of cutting out, bud.
My sound is. Can you hear me now?
Much better. Much better. Yeah.
That's my mic. There's 4 primetime games for the defending Super Bowl champions. They do have a bye week right in the middle of week 9. I think that's good for them. However, it's interesting. They don't play Carolina until week 16 and week 18.
That's funny.
That's
so great.
When you consider
That's so great.
when you consider who else is in their division, I think Atlanta's the biggest threat they're going to have to their division. And they play them week 2 and then week 13. And then New Orleans, they play week 8 and week 15. So it's one of those weird things for so long that Titans fans had to deal with, where we were like 2 or 3 division games within like the last 3 weeks of the season. And now it's hitting Tampa, but a little scheduling quirk, I guess. Chicken Wing, we'll go to you. Your Niners, they opened the season for the first 2 games on the road. I have a feeling this was because of the COVID protocols that have kind of plagued the team towards the end of last season. Maybe they're keeping it a little bit. All right, let's just give them a couple games on the road to make sure we can clear the COVID thing, and then come back Sunday night against Green Bay. Let's talk about your schedule. Do you want to go
17-0?
Except you wish.
17-0. I mean, why is this even a discussion, bro? This is too good. I mean, right? We gonna go perfect, okay? We gonna do it. Sorry. All right, fine.
But you had did I read it right? 5 primetime games? I don't know why.
5, my guy. I counted them, and I was shocked. And I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
We have.
Maybe I missed it. Where were the 5? Because I only have 3 listed here.
So I have Packers.
Right.
Colts.
Indy. Huh.
Rams. Seahawks.
Week 10 game.
Yeah.
Is that a Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday?
15th of November. Let's look at
Monday.
the trusty calendar here.
That's a Monday.
That's a Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rams.
And then you are our 5th game.
Seattle, week 13. Is that a Sunday or Monday?
December 5th is a Sunday.
Sunday.
That's Sunday night. That's our 2nd game against them.
Yeah.
And then we have you at week 16.
All right. What do you like? You can go game by game. You can go how you want to talk about it. Well, how do you feel about your schedule for the Niners?
17-0, baby. We don't cover this, man. You got the homer up there talking about his team's going to get 10-plus games. I mean...
Could happen considering his division.
I was rational in everything I said. I was rational in everything I said.
Rational?
I was rational in everything I said.
How do you... San Diego Chargers.
That team is so mismanaged. And you add all the offense we have, it's Christmas. So yes, I think we can win 10 games.
Do you think San Fran can win 12
Barring
games with Jimmy Garoppolo?
I think
the quarterback situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think San Francisco wins that division, but I'll let Mike go.
Go ahead, Mike.
Lions are nowhere on the level that we are. We should take that game. But we've blown games. We have no business blowing. So whatever.
If you lose to Matt Goff's Detroit Lions week 1,
Jared Goff.
Whatever his name is, I don't care.
Jared Goff, yeah, who cares exactly?
Yeah.
Just Goff.
Honestly, everybody knows this. When it comes to football, teams don't start clicking until week 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, should we win? Yes. Am I hoping we win? Yes. Could we lose? Absolutely. So let's just move on with that one. Eagles, we should not have any problems taking care of. Week 3, when we go home, we have the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals, and then we have a bye. So that's going to be a tough 3-game stretch, just by talent alone.
Who's starting for the Packers that week 3 game?
I was going to say, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love.
I hope it ain't Aaron Rodgers, though. It's going to be Blake, bro. It's going to be Blake. Anyway, to be objectively speaking, we've decimated the Packers before with practically their same weapons. We've Jimmy G had to throw 7 times that whole game. That's it. So we've done it before. We can do it again. They have no ability to stop a ball. We've seen that all last year. Seattle is not the same Seattle from 8 years ago where they had the Legion of Boom. They have no defense. And poor Russ, if he's going to be running away all game, that man's not going to throw a DK. There's no way he can. Arizona, I think, is going to be our toughest competitor in our division. I honestly think it's going to come between us and Arizona. I don't see Seattle being a threat. I don't see LA being a threat, despite what anybody says about Stafford. Stafford is a stat patter, my guy, okay? Not legit. I said it.
Okay, he was a stat patter in Detroit.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Barry Sanders was a stat patter in Detroit. That's my point.
You watch your mouth about
We've never seen Matthew Stafford in a real organization with a real coach, with a real defense, with Aaron Donald. I'm just saying like that the biggest wild card in the entire NFL is the Rams, and I think if Matthew Stafford does half of what Goff does, they're automatically a playoff team.
No, sir.
He might be better for that offense. We'll see how this trade benefits both teams.
So too.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Player-wise, I don't think he's a bad player. But here's the problem. That team is so inconsistent. So inconsistent. In the past 3 to 4 years.
Wasn't Goff inconsistent, though? That's why they got traded. I think it was Goff. Yeah. And then he wasn't all to blame, but I think Goff was a major point. And a lot of it also was Todd Hurley. Mm-hmm. He was really, really good. Then he wasn't. Then he was. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's no consistency in that team. I'm not doubting the talent pool in the team. I don't think the talent pool that's consistent is as consistent as San Francisco, who was 6-10 last season with a top 5 defense. How do you explain that? Versus an Arizona Cardinals team that's up and coming, Kyler Murray, D-Hop, all the draft picks that they got this season. You don't think that they're not going to smack around LA?
I think the Cardinals have more to prove because they need to be able to stop people from scoring. They have the opposite problem.
This is true.
If they can stop people from scoring, I don't know who beats them. If they can stop people from scoring, if
they can stop people from scoring, I think objectively,
I think wins 12 games.
Objectively, I think Arizona is going to be our biggest challenge. I don't see LA being a big challenge. Seattle has no defense. Their offensive line is next to nothing. Poor Russ. That guy should have been traded to a team that has an offensive line so he can, take care of future junior. I said it. Don't judge me. Anyway, moving on. Off the bye week, we got the Colts. That should be easy.
You better win that one.
Yeah. Well, for you, JC?
Yes.
I
coming
hate
off
you.
a bye on a Sunday
night.
God.
Just because it's... I hate you so much,
Please.
JC, because you benefit that game. Okay?
Thank you.
Whatever. Then the Bears. Then our second game against the Cardinals. and then we're done. I think we go 1-1 against the Cards. I think we sweep the
honestly,
Seahawks.
I think the best thing about your schedule, you're worried about the Cardinals, is the fact that you're playing them early.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. No,
Yeah,
I hope we sweep them because we're playing them early.
yeah.
Because goes back to what we said. Week 5, week 6 is when teams start to click. We ain't got to deal with that no more.
Mhm.
So that's why I ain't worried about
You're
that.
lucky in that
People, I
respect.
think people don't even realize how good the NFC West is. Because honestly, my favorite part is the coaching. My favorite part is the coaching straight up. Like all those
All
coaches
four.
are amazing. Like you see it's like watching two high level tournament players in a fighting game, like just constantly adapt to each other. So I think personally in the division, everybody goes 1-1 with each other. I don't think anybody sweeps anybody, but I could be wrong.
That's a perfect story. Except for us, we'll go 2-0. Anyway, um, so the Rams.
Home on Monday.
This is us. We're hosting them, so we should take that. I, you're right. I mean, in all honesty, I think because we're playing the Rams so late and playing the Seahawks so late, we're gonna go even. So regardless of how you slice that pie, everybody's gonna go even on that one. Um, Vikings, you like that because we gonna beat that ass. That's what we gonna be
Wash.
that game.
That's a wash.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna beat them. That's a wash.
So Seattle first time. This is at uh.
Second time. You play them week 4.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
But
You're right.
you
Second
have
time.
them on the road on Sunday night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have
Our
them.
fans in Seattle at that point too. That's a big
Yes.
factor.
Yes.
Fans will be back there. So
If
the 12th
that's a loaded
man.
stadium. If that's a loaded stadium, that's a problem.
That's always a tough game. No matter how you slice it, it's a division game. That's always going to be a tough game. Poor Joe Burrow is going to eat that L next week. After we get our ass beat, I see us taking an L at Seattle, but poor Joe Burrow, he's going to take an L at the week after. Atlanta's going to beat themselves. We're not going to win that game. Atlanta's going to win the game for us. That's what's going to happen there. JC, I want to give you an apology Christmas present after the beating you take from us that week. In prime time of all times.
It's going
Just
to be an
saying.
early Christmas for one of us because it is 2
Oh,
days
absolutely.
2 days before Christmas on Thursday night. Depending if I'm in
It'll be
town,
like
we'll be
Christmas
getting
for me because one of you will be miserable for a whole week, and I love that.
It's going to be
So,
chicken
yes.
wing.
Yes, I'm gonna.
You're going to come to
Sorry.
Nashville and get your butts beat down. That's all I'm
Nah,
gonna say.
sir. No, sir. Anyway, Texas is a bye week, so we're gonna move past that one already. And week 18,
That could be for
I
the
think
division. That
could be for the division.
Yes.
That could be just a throwaway game. That deep in the
No.
season, honestly, like I see us getting 5 to 6 losses.
I don't think it's a throwaway because whether it's for the division or wild card, both teams are going to have something to play for at the end. I could very
I don't
easily.
think Stafford will play bad in LA. I'm worried about his health
Mhm.
because he's never not I shouldn't say never. He rarely plays a full season. But man, when he
Lately, yeah.
plays a full season, even in shitty Detroit, look what he did with good people. With Calvin Johnson, they were always like they were winning a lot. And
just keep
When you
adding
had an
to what I'm
offensive line to
saying.
protect him, yeah. So that's good.
Just-
now with the Rams with a competent offensive line, competent defense, a competent coach who will put him in schemes that he's good with. Like I think once the Rams get warmed up, that division's gonna be fun to watch again. It really is.
So I mean, but you just add further to my argument that the team is inconsistent, and it's not just because of talent; it's multiple factors. So that's why I personally don't believe that the Rams would even be a factor as far as winning the division. Could they get a wild card? Absolutely. Talent pool is just
What they did last
way
year is
there.
they could lose teams they shouldn't have lost, and they beat teams they had no business beating. Like none of us could figure out the Rams last year. Now they
None
have a
of us
better
could.
quarterback.
because
Yeah.
we beat them, and we were. Well, you know
Injury
how hurt
ravaged.
we were.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're ravaged. Yeah, you're terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, you let us
So-
know how hurt you guys were. We remember. So
Yeah, we oof. let's not talk about that. Anyway, so that's me, objectively speaking.
all right.
And
Tennessee.
JC's like, oh, objectively, they're gonna go 20. No, watch, Mike. Watch.
No.
Watch.
Here's what I enjoy about looking at the schedule. For once, we got our division games actually spread out pretty equally among the schedule. It's always been a thing where it's like, okay, after bye week, you're playing Indy twice in 3 weeks, Jacksonville 3 times in whatever. So I'm actually excited the fact that the games are pretty spread out. I like that we're opening at home against Arizona. I think we're already a 2.5 point favorite on that. Vegas already opened the odds. because we want to play J.J. Watt in his new surroundings early. Don't want him to get comfortable. We know he's going to be a big part of that defense, having just signed there in Arizona. So glad we get that game out of the way. Going to Seattle, I don't know if fans are going to be back yet, so that's a benefit. If they're not there yet, good. I don't know how the protocols are going in Washington. First division game, home against Indy. At least it's at home. Hopefully we just pull that one out. You never know with Indy. That's gonna be tough.
Hold on. So, what were your predictions for Arizona and Seattle? Do you think you're beating both of them?
I think we can win both of them. Seattle's gonna be the tougher game just because it's on the road, and there's always like a week 2 letdown with Tennessee. That's what I worry about. But
their first 2 games was home, road, home, and it's across the country. Like it's like
home and road is hard, but I mean, you having a fully healthy, loaded, young, pissed off Arizona too. I don't know, man. That's gonna be a tough game.
It's gonna be a good game, and the fact that it's probably
like you're both good. You're both good.
It's potentially the marquee game of CBS at noon that day, noon for us.
I can see you starting out 0-2, but I can also see you starting out 2-0. So I don't know on those two.
Yeah, the big one. Whatever we start out, we got to beat Indy. Whether we start out 2-0, 0-2, we got to beat Indy week 3 at home.
Stop losing to Indy. Like, what is up with that helmet? You guys just can't sweep them.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things.
Why?
Whether it was Peyton Manning or Andrew Luck for whatever reason.
It's a division game, bro.
They were good, but they were good. I mean, you lost to Broken Rivers last year.
Even the years the Colts were winning all the Super Bowls under Peyton Manning, we were the team that played him tough in the division. It's just one of those things where our helmets are just cursing each other at times.
It's just the helmets, man. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
That's all it is, bro.
The 2 games I worried about on the road actually in this schedule are early enough, and this is one. We don't play well in cold weather, so I like that we're getting the Jets on the road week 4, and we get New England. Yeah, we get New England on the road Thanksgiving weekend, so it's not December. Please don't be snowing.
Yeah, wait till week 4 because how good is Trevor Lawrence? I can't wait to see that. Like a brand new offensive line.
Week 5, bro.
That's
week 5 at Jacksonville. I'm gonna be.
I'm sorry. No, but you have actually. You know what? That both of those young quarterbacks, the top 2 picks, are 4 and 5. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, Jets are going to
be fired up. Schedule I'm looking at. Holy shit!
We have a tough schedule, and this happens when you win the division. So, because we got on the road against the Jets, on the road against Jacksonville. I know their fans are going to be jacked up, but I would love to come in and spoil them. But then we got Buffalo at home on a Monday night.
Oh, look at after that. Your schedule is like.
Bro, you're going 3-14, bro. I'm just.
This schedule's rough.
Yeah,
you better hope Henry runs for 3. You better hope Henry runs for 3,000 yards and stats people.
He might. He very might. So.
Bro, you lost Jonnu Smith. Like you lost a lot of key players too.
We beat Buffalo in the regular season at home.
Trey Jackson, right? Your corner.
Who did we get?
No, they lost Smith and the receiver.
Jackson. Right? Yeah, thanks for him. We just signed him to make a contract.
You guys are taking all our secondary. Thanks a lot. At least we have to draft it. Corey Davis signed with the Jets, so we're gonna be playing against him. And we lost a.
Oh, you have a hard ass schedule. I didn't really look at your schedule.
It's tough. No. It's tough. I like it, but the benefits are we have Buffalo at home, we have KC at home. We play both of them well when we're at home. That's just the honest truth. So, but we'll see how it is against KC. I can see losing
early.
We play them early. Exactly. That's the benefit.
I know this is your thing, but I want to make a bold prediction.
Go for it.
I think your biggest beating is week 15.
At Pittsburgh?
I think you're going to beat the shit out of them.
I hope so.
I think they were fraudulent. I think they were fraudulent last year. I don't think they're fraudulent, but they'll be fraudulent again this year. Mm-hmm. I'll say it.
Oh, so you're saying him beating on the team?
Oh, Tennessee's going to beat their ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because the week after they're going to get that ass beat. So I'm just throwing that out there. So
look for the benefit of the fact that I want to make sure we kick Chicken Wings Niners ass. I hope we're up big to the point where we can sit everyone in the fourth quarter comfortably and give ourselves a little extra rest before a short week. But you got to come to Nashville for that.
It's all about momentum. Sports all about momentum. You know what I mean? Like the hottest teams won the Super Bowl, not the teams who rested.
Yeah. Week 8, week 9, at Indy, at the Rams. I could see us losing both. The fact that we have to travel over to LA, Stafford, like we said, the Rams are a wild card. That's going to be tough.
You have literally no scrubs in your schedule. Like, I mean, being objective, you have Houston. That's it. Those are your only almost guaranteed wins, and even then, some like
so
last year.
You have 3 bye weeks, is what you're saying. You have 3 bye weeks. This isn't fair. Look, just because you have a tough schedule, you get 3 bye weeks.
You say that, but I will never look past Houston.
Last year they struggled with Houston for some reason. They struggle with them
because it's a division. It's what it is.
Remember, last year they had Watson. No. Last year they had Watson. We don't even know if he's gonna play this season.
Exactly. I don't know. That's up in the air if he's even going to play. If he's going to get suspended. If they're going to trade for Aaron Rodgers, who knows? Houston is just.
If they trade for Aaron Rodgers, please God, I'll enjoy that week 3 against Green Bay.
If Deshaun Watson does not play this season, the Texans are going 0-17. I'm going to just say it right now. If Deshaun Watson does not play and they don't address the quarterback issue because these two
They have. And JJ Watt went to Kansas City, right?
Arizona.
No,
Arizona.
Arizona. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch this West.
So,
I'm not even a fan of that division. I can't wait to watch that.
That's what I'm saying.
Houston could historically become the first team to ever go 0-17 in a regular season, and it's the very first year that we have a 17.
I can't wait. They will be the laughing stock of all of NFL.
To be fair,
I promise you.
I've already seen a few Texans fans on social media like, "Hey, I'm looking for a new team. Who needs a new fan?" Basically.
I'm telling you, bro. Quest for 6
at New England. Last game before the bye on the road. Thank God hopefully it's not snowing. We play horrible there. New England is a sleeper team, especially with who they got in the draft. I think it was Mac Jones, right? How that guy fell to them, I have no idea. But
they'll be better, yeah.
Because we blew a smoke screen.
Mm-hmm.
I read a report. Like, John Lynch did not correct all the reports that were going out there. That's why you saw me lose my mind. It's like, why is nobody saying anything? Because the front office did that on purpose. They knew. Yeah. Like, why didn't I think of that? I'm an idiot fan. That's why.
We have of our 4 teams, we have the latest by week 13, which is going to come, I think, at the right time, because then we have a stretch run. 3 of our final 5 games are at home. We got Jacksonville at home, at Pittsburgh, which hopefully that's a bit. We just walk in there and just walk away with a win. Home against the Niners, that's a win, no problem. And then final home game of the year is against Miami. That one does worry me a bit because
with you guys. I know you're not going to watch it in Nashville. I want to be with you guys when you watch this game. I want to be there.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, JC, you gotta be here, bro. Like, you gotta be here.
I'm hopeful I'll be here. I know because we're supposed to be visiting my in-laws, but because my mother-in-law's birthday is the 22nd, we do a little Christmas thing. Come back. We'll figure it out. Hopefully, we can do something.
Listen, motherfucker, do that shit on Zoom, okay? This is 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. This is big ass.
This should have been the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
You tell my wife about doing that. Okay?
You think I will? You think I will? Tina, we need to talk. I will compliment your Cowboys for 3 weeks, but we all need to have this thing.
To be fair, she's not even going to compliment her Cowboys at all this season unless they actually show up to play.
I don't blame you.
Okay.
I don't blame you.
And finish at Houston. And that... depending how it is, I may actually finally try and make that game because it's not after New Year's. It's actually a week after New Year's. And I think that, I just listened to my Titans live in Houston. I haven't seen it yet. Living in Texas this long, I've never been to a game. So
it's going to happen.
Did you see his schedule?
You're going to fight 11 of Deshaun Watson's lawyers. That's it. That's all who's going to show up. Just
1,
that's fine.
2. So you have 3 bye weeks in a 7 weeks span. How unfair is this? Just because you have a tough ass schedule.
If you lose to Houston's, which is one of them, you shouldn't even talk for a week. You should hold your breath as long as possible. If you lose to Houston,
believe me, I have some family on my wife's side that will just give me crap. But
even last year, you were far better, the superior team than Indy, and far better than the Texans. And they're so close.
That is our division. It is a division.
Crazy.
That's how crazy. Trust me, I've been in this division so long. That's the AFC South. It doesn't matter who it is. You could lose a division
talent level
game.
Disparity. Like it's not the NFC West where everybody's kind of like roughly even minus some things. It's like you guys are like the AFC Patriots, and then there's everybody else. You guys should have smoked everybody.
Hopefully this
they
year
had
we do
Watson, bro. I'm telling you,
Look,
he was the difference maker, bro. I'm telling
Watson's
you.
a god.
We're getting Taylor Lewan back. Yes, we lost some tools on offense. We've addressed those. We did a great job in the draft addressing our defensive needs. There's still a lot of improvement. We signed some good free agents. But we should be fired up. Going out the playoffs the way we did against Baltimore, we're not going to see Baltimore in the regular season, thankfully, because I know they're going to be really good. They're potentially it's going to come down to either the Browns or the Ravens winning that division. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, Browns all the way, bro. They're going to clean that division. I promise. That is my bold prediction. They're going to clean that division.
See, that's the thing. I refuse to predict the Browns to win anything because they always screw us over. Right, Nori?
I'm going to co-sign with Mike because I think they got the right coach last year.
Yeah.
I don't care what everybody tells me. The talent's always I shouldn't say always. The talent was there a couple of years ago. but they got the right coach. And look at the coach. There's all the difference. Look at the Giants. Look at the Browns. Look at the Green Bay's playing above their level. Matt LaFleur does not get enough credit. He's a genius.
He
He's
is.
taken broken Aaron Rodgers and a couple of defensive ends.
Mhm.
You know, you have Devonta Adams, and that's it. Green Bay's been overrated the last 2 years. That's why they haven't won shit. But look what a bad coach can do to a really good team, like McCarthy.
Mhm.
Look at Kyle Shanahan with the 49ers. They played way above their level. Way above their level. A good coach does a lot for your organization. And yeah, man.
But JC, you have Robert Saleh. You have what was our defensive coordinator, bro.
I
Good
thought,
luck.
big
no,
thing. You know
I
what?
thought
That's
he
a
went.
big
I thought
thing
he's
for
the head
49ers.
coach in the Jets now.
He is
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You go against him week 4.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck, my man.
I know.
You know what?
Dude,
That's
That's
actually
why I
something we
was-
forgot. We didn't talk about the 49ers thing because that team might be defensively, that might be very different. I know you promoted from within, but that defensive coordinator, man, Salah, like everybody apparently wanted to go play for him. He's a genius.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. Hence
That-
why.
I
Where
hope
do you
it's not
think?
a
Where do you
loss.
think Legion of Boom came from, my guy? It came from that guy.
Oh, he was the orchestrator for
He
that. for Seattle?
was. He was.
Oh,
But he was the
shit.
mind behind the Legion of Boom. Yes,
And,
sir.
and I have some concerns about the Titans offense only because Arthur Smith got a head coaching job. I forget where he went, but he's no longer our OC.
Defensive coordinator, right? Oh, yeah.
He's offense coordinator. He was the one orchestrating the entire offense that worked so well for Tannehill, Derrick Henry. I don't know who we have running it now, but hopefully they just keep doing what's working. Keep going, keep building an offense around Tannehill, Derrick Henry, and the weapons that we do have.
See, if you don't make the playoffs this year, next year, I'm not even gonna talk shit to you because your schedule is fucking brutal. Like Tampa Bay, I don't know if they would even handle a schedule. Like your schedule is, it's not that your schedule is really, really good, but add in the fact that the Jets are so unknown and so are the Jacksonville Jaguars because they got so much better with their quarterbacks and who they drafted.
Mhm.
And then you have the Rams who are a giant wild card. Like New England got better because they actually have a fucking quarterback now. Like, I think your easiest win, and they shouldn't be easy, is Pittsburgh.
Hopefully, I think that's another benefit of the schedule. Like I said, our division games are spread
Hard
out.
schedule.
We have a hard
And
schedule,
Seattle.
but
Top five.
it's
It has to be top 5 in difficulty. Has to be.
It's mostly
And
front
Seattle.
loaded. It's mostly front loaded. So thankfully, we get the hard games out of the way. We can finish the season on a high note and ride a good late bye week and a good run into the playoffs and just get hot at the right time.
The Jets and Jaguars might actually be good next year.
Don't say that.
What a time to be alive.
I'm already concerned enough. I know they got Trevor Lawrence, great. Urban Meyer, great. Then they're going to go and sign Jesus. Tim Tebow as a tight
Say
end.
now they have Tim Tebow, who
Yeah.
hasn't played in 9 years, who's clearly ready to play. You can't beat the Jaguars anymore. They're going to the Super Bowl now.
No, but yeah, there's another controversy. They can sign Tim Tebow, but nobody can give Colin Kaepernick a job. Somebody explain that to me.
I've been saying that. You know, like
It's annoying.
it's insane to me how apparently Emmanuel Ocho, a former player, he's a great on
Emmanuel
social
Ocho.
media.
Longhorn.
Thank you.
by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah, he's a great on social issues. Really, really smart guy. He had a really, really, really good breakdown that there was 2,000 tight ends eligible to be drafted, and I'm sorry, that's shitty ownership if you worried about selling tickets versus putting talent on the field, and they denied another tight end who was ready to play a chance. But Tebow, like, dude, have him as an assistant coach. Like, that's fine. You want to sell tickets that way? Put him on the fucking field. Give him a microphone in his hand, man. Let him talk. He's a very personable, great guy to watch. But, dog, tight end, I feel bad.
He never played it a day in his life. And let's be honest, if you line him up at tight end, you're going to have so many people lining up against him just ready to kick his ass because he was a quarterback.
Blocking, the receiving, the bumps,
Yes.
that guy's going to get wrecked. And he's in a position to just fail, all because of Urban just being Urban.
Now, if you're bringing him into like a goal line set or something like that, sure, he's good there. He's good goal line running the ball in.
Right.
But
Right.
it didn't work out in the NFL. Obviously, I think he'd be a great addition to Urban Meyer's coaching staff. He knows what
That's
Urban
what I'm
likes to run.
saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'd be perfect
Exactly,
for
bro.
that. He ran it at Florida.
Exactly.
Didn't work out with the Mets, although I thought he was doing pretty good. I just don't know if COVID issues happened or whatever. But he's a smart guy. I don't know if he'll make it a full season. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the Jags coaching staff sometime in the future under Urban Meyer. So
Things it's like
So-
when you're denying an opportunity to somebody else, but then
Yes.
two, like, bro, your body after 9 years, not 1 year, 2 year, 1 year is catastrophic for a player. 9, that poor guy's gonna get wrecked.
So as great as this all sounds, I had to look up the strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as high as we think it is.
Because
Actually,
there's some other
Casey,
teams that are worse. I know that. Yeah.
your strength of schedule is tied for 19th in the
That
NFL.
makes sense. That's crazy. I disagree. I mean, I believe that's what you're saying. Like I believe that's what they have it, but I think us three will disagree on that because that
It's
seems like wrong.
it's just all based off of records. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so then but we have to be smart as humans, us three, right? And like
Yeah.
hey, Jacksonville's not the same team. The Jets are not the same team. The Houston will be probably bad,
The
but
Saints. The
that's
Saints are not the
really it.
same team. We got that extra game as the Saints. They're not the same team, obviously.
You should be able to beat the Saints. You should be able to
Yeah.
beat the Saints cleanly
We'll have them
because
at home.
James
So the
Winston was gonna. He might go 30 for 30 again. Who knows?
he could, bro.
He could.
5,000. He might go for 6,000 yards. I'm just saying. That's a record on its own. Anyway, so the top 5 hardest schedules in order is the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bears, the Lions, and the Bengals. Those are the top 5. The highest amongst all of us looks like it's my team at 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Because your division is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't help
It doesn't
that.
even matter who else you play. You could play
I can't help that.
Texans. No, I'm saying it's not a help thing. I'm just saying like you could play the Texans the rest of the 15 times, and your division is so talented, including you guys.
Yeah, we
Like
could beat each other up.
And Tampa's is not as difficult because even though they won the Super Bowl, they finished second in their division last year. So they're not playing
Tampa
the
is
top
second to last in
That's what I'm
strength of
saying. I'm
schedule.
not a big believer in it's a bye week and it's a rest week. I'm just not a believer in that shit because modern technology and how athletes treat their bodies, like they're fucking ready to go week after week.
Mhm.
Like they're ready.
Nah, not a bye week for Houston. Anyway, so it's the Niners in order. It's the Niners. It's the Titans. Giants is the 28th weakest schedule. I'm sorry, hardest schedule,
Mhm.
and Tampa Bay is the 31st with Philly having
That's why I'm overly
weakest
optimistic
schedule.
on mine too because I feel like we were finding our stride. We were pretty good, and now we have all of our offense back. And I am not impressed by any of these teams on our schedule. Like I think we have a pretty cupcake schedule to win our division. I don't know how far we'll get, but I fully expect us to win our division.
I mean, you lose
All
to
the
the
division's
Rams.
bad.
Mhm.
Our division's bad.
I mean, you'll beat Denver, lose to Washington. Atlanta will beat themselves. You'll smack around New Orleans, lose to Dallas. You'll beat the Rams because I think they're fraudulent. You'll beat the Panthers because they're not anybody. This is your team, Nori. You'll
Again,
lose to the Chiefs. You'll lose to the Raiders. You'll beat the Bucs. I said it. You'll beat the Bucs. Um, you'll beat the Eagles. Um,
we'll
you'll
beat the
beat the
Bucs,
Dolphins.
but we'll lose to Washington. Who's throwing the ball in Washington?
Heineke.
I mean,
That's
he
it.
almost beat Tampa
I
last
can't,
season.
I can't even say what's your face. Come on, Mike. Like we're gonna beat Tampa but lose the Heineke? Come on.
Yes.
Switch that
Yes.
shit, man.
Hold up. Oh, JC, do you remember the last time that those two played and then the Giants almost won
The Giants almost beat Tampa Monday night.
on an injury ridden Giants? You
Hold
almost
on,
beat
hold on.
Tampa. Thank
And
you.
then Heineke on an injury-ridden Washington team almost beat Tampa in the wild card playoffs. So, now he's got a full season.
It makes sense, man.
I
Listen,
know
listen.
I know Tampa
I know
started
you look at me.
meshing. I know Tampa started meshing, and all those fans are talking about, oh, we're going 17-0, 17-0, 17-0. They're going to start sleeping on teams that are going to beat them. That's the honest
Yes.
God's truth on their schedule.
Yes. Look, I know it sounds crazy, Nori, but I'm telling you, there's logic behind. There's a method to my madness, man. There is. I promise you, there is. You'll beat this. You'll beat the snot out of Miami. Ain't nobody.
I like that, but all right, okay.
I mean,
I'm liking what I'm hearing. All right.
name me a time Tua proved himself. I'll wait.
Mhm.
Name me what?
Name me a time Tua proved himself. Because last time I checked, unless Fitzmagic is the starter, they ain't doing nothing.
No, but Miami also has a lot more firepower in offense. They got by with their defense last year, and they got by with their excellent coaching, right? But their offense got a lot better.
But they can't
A lot
score.
better.
Yeah.
Their offense got a lot better though. I think they will score.
It's
Same as us.
better. It's better, but they can't score against your team. I'm comparing everything to your team. So
Our defense was top 10 last year, and it got better.
facts right there. So you'll beat the snot out of Los Angeles because ain't nobody gonna deal with them. And then Dallas, you'll lose at home, and you'll beat Dallas in Dallas. I said it. You'll smack around Philly. There should be no reason why you lose to Chicago, and then you will lose to Washington.
You
Week
think we
18.
get swept by Washington with Heineke? You hate me. I don't know why. I
I
just don't
don't.
get it.
I don't. I don't. I think
So
defensively,
hold on.
they're,
Time out,
they're
time out, time out.
coached better than yours.
Miami with a better offense is gonna have trouble scoring on us, but Washington with Heineke is gonna do better against a top 10 defense that got better. Listen to yourself.
Yes.
You're drunk. You're
Yes.
crazy.
How?
Crazy.
It's a division game.
No,
Damn,
no. I
Casey.
don't want to hear that
So,
division.
the
I don't want to
division
hear
Big
that
game, but
division game.
I don't think anybody's sweeping anybody in the NFC East. If anyone's
Yeah,
getting
I don't think
swept,
so.
if anyone's getting swept, it's the Giants sweeping Philly because they're still pissed off about last year. And
Right.
Said that. I said they're
I
gonna sweep
know,
Philly.
I know, but I don't
And I
think
think
the West.
Heineke with tape on him, I think Washington is getting their ass waxed.
Yeah.
And then Washington will realize, hey, you know what? We're a good team if we have a game manager, and they're going to have to address the quarterback situation. Now, if they trade for Aaron Rodgers or if they trade for Deshaun Watson, then you know what? I'll change up my tune. But I'm not a believer in Heineke.
Look,
Okay,
I don't
I'm
think
just saying that Washington is gonna rob you of one game that you should have won. I'm not saying that you deserve to be swept by Washington. I'm saying Washington's gonna rob you week 2
okay.
because they're gonna
Didn't he
take
call
full
us-
advantage of the fact that
Didn't you say they're going to sweep us?
Yeah, I said that they're going to sweep you, but I'm telling you, week 2 they're going to rob you. That should be your game, but you're going to lose to them off of something stupid, and then come week 18, you'll probably lose to them. I'm not saying you're going to lose to them just because you're going to lose to them. They're like what you said, and you're most likely right. You're probably going to win the division, and there's no need for you to play your people, so you probably just rest your starters for what? You know what I'm saying? Like you're probably going to lock in the playoff spot.
Save this episode when Washington gets
Yes.
their asses.
Okay, that's fine.
It'll be on the YouTube channel. It'll be on Facebook.
That's fine.
I think
That's
Washington
fine.
is. I think it's Washington is a great team,
They
minus the quarterback. I don't believe in Heineke. I think people have tape on him. I think he's a great substitute, and that's it. I don't think he's a good starting quarterback, and I think he's going to hold the whole team back.
See how he does
Like
look
Goff,
at training camp.
Save this
held
episode.
the Rams back.
When
All
you're 0-2, I'm gonna play this episode.
All right, we'll see. This is how they play the games, right? So, a couple other schedules. Some,
Tennessee,
Yeah.
poor Tennessee, rip your schedule.
you know what? I like to. There's some positives to it, but the hard games I was worried about, we're getting those out of the way. That's all I care about.
Like you
19th
said,
my
it's
ass.
front-loaded.
19th my
It's
ass. I'll
front-loaded.
tell you right now. I'm not going to even talk shit to you. It's like, oh, you're the 19th hardest schedule. No.
No, it'll be. Oh Jesus! Why does it do this?
Statistics, like anybody rational who paid attention to the draft, who's a fan of the game, Tennessee has a hard ass schedule. Crazy hard.
It'll be interesting to see how they would rank it after the season's over. When the schedule, see who really did have the hardest schedule. That's going to be interesting to look at too. So
Exactly.
all right, a few other scheduling quirks on it. There's 2 London games this year. The NFL is going back to London, at least as of right now, unless something gets postponed. Week 5, Jets taking on the Falcons, and both these games are in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And the London Jaguars are returning against hosting the Miami Dolphins. Battle of Florida, but in London.
The Jaguars actually multiple times said they want to have multiple games in London. I feel so bad for these players, both
Yeah.
teams.
I don't.
I do.
Both of those games are going to
It's
start
trash.
at
I hate them.
9:30 a.m. Eastern
I hate
or
them.
8:30 a.m. Our time, week 5 and week 6. So wake up, get some breakfast, watch some football.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, right.
I ain't worth my time.
Now, interestingly,
Obviously, yeah.
interesting to
Yeah.
note, while Week 18 is the last week of the season this year and will feature all division games, the NFL says 2 games with playoff implications, big ones, will be moved to Saturday of that week.
I've been patient, but I need a refill. Hold on.
Go for it.
You guys keep.
Yeah, so 2 games that are currently slated for Week 18 could potentially be moved to Saturday that week. National televised doubleheader with big playoff implications. So it won't be a season where everybody's playing on Sunday to end the season. There could be 4 teams playing on Saturday, depending on the playoff implications. Obviously, the later for some, I forget where week it starts. I want to say it's week 12 to week 17. You get the flex schedules with Sunday Night Football. Yeah. Now, the Monday Night Football flexing won't begin until 2023, I believe. We'll see how that starts. Yeah. So that's how that goes. I also think this is the last year that will be the Thursday night games will be on NFL Network Fox, because starting next year they're going to be on Amazon Prime, and then a local broadcast depending on.
Look at him. Look
I,
at him.
I
Oh
see
my
him.
God. Look at him.
Where's he running to? He's running to the bathroom.
To the restroom. Kids. We don't condone drinking here. Okay.
While he's
We
doing
don't.
that, I'm just going to throw up a quick little graphic on the Thursday night football slate. Some pretty decent games. Giants at Washington. This is from week 2 to week 16.
Nobody cares.
Panthers at Texans, Bengals at Jags, Rams at Seahawks, Bucs at Eagles, Broncos at Browns, Packers at Cards, Jets at Colts, Ravens at Dolphins, Patriots at Falcons. No Thursday night week 12. Then it's Cowboys at Saints, Steelers at Vikings. The week 12, by the way, they don't have an official Thursday night game because that is Thanksgiving week. So there obviously
Right.
are the 3 games, but they're not a part of
Mm-hmm.
the Thursday night football schedule, if you will. Dallas actually, Cowboys at Saints. Dallas has 3 Thursday night games this year. Week 1, week 12, or 3 Thursday games. Week 1, week 12, and week 13.
I don't care. That's Dallas.
Steelers at Vikings, Chiefs at Chargers, and the final Thursday night game of the year is Niners at Titans.
That's it, baby. Say it again. That's the final, the real game. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I don't care if we 2-15. We gonna beat that ass, son. Oh.
the Sunday slate is pretty good as well. Week 18, we don't know yet because that's just depending on the playoff implications. I have that there. If you go back and watch, you can kind of pause and get a good idea. From our team specifically, we know that the Bucs are kicking off the season hosting Dallas. The Niners have 2 Sunday night games as of right now. Week
Right.
3 against Green Bay, and you're home for both, right? Indy at home, week 7.
Yeah, baby.
Let's see. Titans week 9 at the Rams on Sunday Night Football. And Giants don't have a Sunday Night Football game this year, right?
We have Thursday night football and Monday night football. We have 2 primetime games.
Yeah. Good segue to Monday
Poor
night. No Monday night doubleheader to start week 1. I actually do kind of like that. I think the second game was way too
Thank
late.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Because I love my football, but I can't stay up and not work the next day.
I'm looking to see.
Kids don't call in at work. It's bad for you.
Let's see. Titans hosting Buffalo Monday night week 6. Giants at Chiefs Monday night week 8. Niners
That's an
hosting
L.
Rams week 10 on Monday. Bucks hosting Giants week 11 on Monday. And that's it for our teams. Week 17, the final Monday night game is Browns at Steelers. That could
Oh,
be.
that's gonna be a great game. That game. Ooh, yes. I mean, hopefully, social media manager of Pittsburgh takes care of all the TikToking and all the Instagramming for Juju's accounts. Make sure they're all deleted officially, because we don't need any more bad karma. I mean, Browns want the bad karma. Let them take care of it. But just saying, that's got to go.
Real quickly though, I do want to send a congratulations to Nori. Your Knicks are officially in the playoffs. Not even the play-in. They're in the playoffs. They can't do any worse than the 6th seed, depending how the regular season plays out. Currently in a virtual 3-way tie for 4 seed. 4, 5, and 6 is between Atlanta, Miami, and the Knicks. How excited are you to see that X by the New York Knicks names and standings?
I don't even need Pornhub this whole season. I haven't even had Pornhub in months. I'm just watching Knicks highlights. Like, this reminds me in the 90s so much where, we haven't made the playoffs since 2013, first of all. And even then we had a cupcake schedule. Our defense was okay, but it was like, we had a cupcake schedule.
Yeah.
Man, but our little defense, not in the East or in our division, which our division is stacked, by the way, but in the whole entire league, we're the number 3 overall defense, which I didn't in my lifetime think I would ever see again. It all starts in ownership, man. Our James Dolan, hasn't died yet, so I'm still hoping for that. But until then, Leon Rose. There's a trend in the NBA where you're getting agents as GMs. The Lakers did that. The 49ers, San Francisco, Oakland.
The
Golden
Warriors.
State. Thank you. Golden State
Yeah.
had an agent as a GM. The Knicks hired Leon Rose of creative agencies where almost all the players respected him because he really knows his shit. He got Thibs, who probably will get Coach of the Year. Julius Randle, is playing out of his mind. I don't think even Julius Randle thought he would be putting up these historic numbers he's putting up this year. It's just, it's crazy that it finally came together. Like our dreams finally came together. Like the chemistry is so, so important. And I think people maybe thought the Knicks would be sneaking at the seventh or eighth spot, not a commanding, not a commanding fourth, fifth, or sixth. Like it's insane. So yeah, I hope they don't get bounced in the first round, but even if they do, I'm extremely, extremely happy with the season. And we also have the most cap space for next season. And normally it's like, who cares? Nobody wants to go to the Knicks. Now a lot of people want to go to the Knicks. So
Yeah.
um,
Well, I just tweeted Stephen A. Smith and told him how excited you were. So just so
I'm
you
sure
know, I
he's
did that.
excited too. The Knicks, yeah, if the standings hold, they would play Milwaukee in the first round. 7-game series. It's going to be tough, especially the way Milwaukee's playing right now. The East is very interesting. You got Sixers, Nets, Bucks, little gap. Hawks, Heat, Knicks, little gap, and then the play-in teams fighting for the spot. So far in the East, the play-in people that have clinched the play-in are the Celtics, the Hornets, the Pacers, and it's pretty much between Washington and the Bulls for that final spot. In the West, so far, the Jazz, the Suns, the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Mavericks have at least clinched a playoff berth. Portland and the Lakers, the Spurs, the Pelicans, and the Kings are still in the running for the play-in and potentially a playoff spot. And the Warriors and the Grizzlies have at least clinched a play-in. It's really where the standings work out, just the uneven games. I too want to say one thing to LeBron. I know he's been hurt. The Lakers have been horrible. And normally people, when they say tell LeBron just shut up and play basketball, it's something politically related. I'm telling you something that LeBron shut up and play because it is basketball related. Don't sit in there shit on the play-in tournament. There's a reason it's there. And the reason is because you have so many teams like your Lakers limping into the playoffs that when they get there, it's embarrassing and they probably don't deserve to be there. So, you knew the rules going into the season. You had no problem with the play-in when you were riding high. But now that your team might have potentially be suckered into that play-in game, play-in
all of a sudden,
tournament,
exactly.
all of a sudden
Exactly.
there's an issue with it. No. Shut up and play the game. Worry about getting healthy. And if you're as good as you say you are, maybe you can go into the play-in and lead your team back. That
I am just
means that
baffled by this disrespect that you're giving King James right now.
I'm just saying, don't shit on the league with this. It's a good thing. The
Oh
fans
my
want to see
God.
it.
Fair to back him up, to be fair, a lot of players, apparently, even people that are not playing in the tournament, a lot of NBA players, like they're not coming out and saying it because, of course, they get bitched at and fined.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam Silver is the best coach, best commissioner in all sports. I do agree with that. But apparently, the way it's designed, a lot of players in the league are not happy with it.
Just because it's
To
a
back,
single
to back up,
elimination kind of thing.
yeah, they don't like the design of it. They think like this, you work so hard. Like baseball's the same thing. You work so hard for 100 and plus games, 80 plus games, and it's decided by one game. Like the NFL, we know it's
Well,
decided by one game, right?
baseball. I'll defend in
But
baseball this way: you work that hard, but if you don't win your division, you got to play your way in.
it should be at least be a best of three. I understand like a short thing, not a best of five, but it should be at least a best of three because all these games can't be so little meaningless, and then one game is like win and go home. Like that's, I don't know, man. It should be at least a best of three.
I could
I
see
would give
that,
that.
and I could see
I
baseball
like to see
moving.
that as a fan.
I could
I
see
like to see that as a fan.
I could see baseball moving to that. I think, but that would possibly mean starting this season a little bit earlier, so that you keep on with the October schedule. But I mean, we'll see. Best of three could be in the future there. As far as the Western Conference right now, I'm gonna come out and say it. I think Golden State actually gets the 7th seed out of the play-in and potentially makes a run. They're getting hot at the right time and they're scary good. I think they just beat the Jazz and the Suns back to back, and those are the top 2 seeds in the West right now. So,
I personally would love if the Knicks don't win it. I don't think they will, but hey, whatever. Like the number three defense, what else? Everything's possible, right?
yeah,
With that being said, I would love if the Suns won it because they've never won, and Chris Paul's never won a title. That would be the best NBA story to me possible.
yeah. I think now I'm at a
That's
point where I'm okay with it because when I'd wear Spurs gear to Phoenix to visit my parents, I'd get some dirty looks for so many years. I was like, come on, the Robert Ory thing was so long ago.
how they're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I
Spurs
really
going all the way, baby. Go Spurs, go.
I'm
We got
hoping
this.
I'm hoping the Spurs at least make the play in, but we're up and down this season with the Spurs. I'm not worried about it. I think they played better than people gave them a chance for this season. A lot of young talent.
They have a lot of cap room also.
A lot of cap room for the future. Traded, just let LaMarcus Aldridge go. He signed with Brooklyn. Unfortunately, had to retire due to regular heartbeat, and that just sucks. Followed LaMarcus's career when he was a Longhorn too, so wish him well. I'm only sad he never got to win a championship, but it is what it is. So I think he had a good career. Looking forward to, though, this weekend, we finally get the induction of Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and Kobe Bryant into the Basketball Hall of Fame officially. So
It's loaded.
Long overdue.
Long overdue. And it was extended by a year because of COVID. Really looking forward to see what Michael Jordan has to say about Kobe, because they got compared for so many years. And respect to Kobe, he would say no, because it's Michael. He would never let people compare him to that because it's Jordan, So NHL wise, they're ready to wrap up their regular season. The playoff teams are pretty much set. They're actually all clinched. Out of the Central, you got Carolina, Florida, Tampa Bay, and Nashville. In the East, Pittsburgh, Washington, the Bruins, and the New York Islanders. Sorry, Nori, your Rangers just missed it. They were edged out by the Islanders to get the last spot in that division.
How does it feel to get edged out by your rival? How do you feel about that?
As it shut up.
The North, which is the all
It's just like me just ringing you out for like the tournament win. Like, how does it feel about that? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's not get that crazy.
I'm done.
The North,
Go ahead.
the North,
This ain't 2004.
The All Canada division: Toronto, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Montreal. And then the West: Vegas, Colorado, Minnesota, and St. Louis. I've really liked the way the NHL has handled protocols this season. Yes, there's been some COVID postponements, but they did a good job with the playoffs last year. They're kind of keeping the similar bubble system this year. Basically, each division is going to play a playoff. Then they'll have like a Final Four where each division is represented. They've gone the whole regular season where basically everyone's only played whoever's in their division. So I think the playoffs are going to get very, very interesting when they finally have to play teams that they haven't played all season with the NHL. And that's going to be fun to watch. So, guys, NFL schedule is out. This was a fun episode to talk a little more football with you. We'll probably get together again. Bless you. As the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs get going, start making some predictions on who we think is going to win it all. I think there's maybe a week or two left in the NBA season. So, yeah. And then we'll start getting ready for fantasy season, because we always know where that's going to go. So.
You being last?
That'll not happen 2 years in a row. That'll happen 2 years in a row.
Sorry.
Funny. That's real funny.
JC, if you slip me some money, I will help you draft. This has got to stop, JC. Whatever you're doing is not working.
I gotta win my league just once. I got second the year before.
Take your whole idea of everything and light it on fire, because you need to do something else.
I need to employ my wife, because she uses math better, because she always drafted well, because she would just research the math part of it when she did fantasy football. I need to just hire her as a GM. My team. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Of course, we're on Twitter, SportsMinerPod, on Facebook. Just stay tuned. We'll be back when the playoffs are getting ready to go for basketball and hockey. And then as the NFL season kicks up, we'll be back pretty much more often, talking crap, doing once again our full-on season picks, throw in some money, winner take all. So, see what happens.
Might even have something new pop up for sports minorities. Who knows?
Who knows? So, joining us down here at the bottom of your screen, we got our Niners fan, Chicken Wing.
Peace out. 17-0. Quest for 6, baby.
Our very optimistic,
that's
optimistic Giants and Knicks fan, we got Nori.
I hope Philly burns to the ground.
Except for Rocky. You will never burn Rocky.
Except Rocky. Rocky's the only thing that should be standing, and the kids.
Right.
The rest of you get fucked. The rest of you get fucked.
And I'm your Titans fan, JC. Again, shout out to the Southern University Jaguars softball team. Playing well, keep it up, stay hot, and take home the swag. And hopefully you guys are making the big dance in the big tournament. So we'll see you guys next time on the Sports Minorities Podcast. You guys take care.